Barbell hip thruster back elevated. Now I'm going to preface straight off the back with this movement, it is incredibly awkward to get into. So what we're going to do is we want to line ourselves up so that our shoulder blades are sitting just on the edge of that bench. Your feet are going to be hip width apart, and then once we lift those hips up off the floor, your knees should be stacked on top of your ankles. Now this position will vary slightly from person to person, however that's a bit of a rough guide. From here, you're going to tuck your chin in towards your chest, make sure that our ribs are stacked on top of our hips, lower yourself down towards that floor, and then coming up nice and powerful, big squeeze and hold at the top. The most common mistakes we see when it comes to our barbell hip thruster is throwing our head back at the top of the movement. Now what this does is it affects our stacking and it affects our rib cage alignment. The next common mistake we see is incorrect feet positioning. So the first one being feet too far away from us. And the second is bringing your feet way too close in towards your bum. Another common mistake that we often see is not hitting full range of motion. So not powering those hips right up towards the sky and getting that nice tabletop finish at the top of the movement. So instead, what we want to have a look at is making sure that our chin is staying tucked in towards our body, knees stacked on top of those ankles, and making sure that we're pushing those hips right up to the sky, holding nice and steady at the top.